Last Thanksgiving, Stan's shabby half-brother came to visit. Stan proudly showed off his expensive designer shirt and even had Steve demonstrate the latest video game. Francine joined in too, flaunting their fancy kitchen. This Thanksgiving, the Smith family traveled to the town where his brother Rusty lived. The place looked desolate and run down. His brother pulled up to pick them up and led the group to a tiny wooden cabin. Steve was completely horrified. Just as Stan was about to step inside the cabin, his brother gave him a confused look and asked where he thought he was going. Then he pointed upward. That was his real home. A massive castle stood on the mountainside, complete with a huge fountain. Roger turned green with envy. Afterward, Rusty gave them a tour of his sprawling mansion built right into the hillside. The kitchen had more stovetops than anyone could count, not to mention an entire team of 10 personal chefs. Rusty's son took Steve to the game room by elevator. Steve was confused about why they were dressed the way they were, but in the blink of an eye, they found themselves locked inside a sealed chamber. He asked where the remote control was, only to learn that their own bodies were the remotes. Steve quickly gave it a try and was instantly hooked on this real-life gaming experience. The mansion even had its own private bar, stocked with every kind of liquor from all over the world. Roger was over the moon. Stan couldn't believe his eyes. The toilets were made of solid gold, and there were servants whose only job was to polish them. He suddenly felt a wave of intense embarrassment. He had bragged about his pitiful little fortune in front of his billionaire brother. As it turned out, there was a reason behind the huge rift between the two brothers over the years. Years ago, when their grandfather divided his inheritance, he gave them a choice, a worthless patch of empty land, or $20,000 in cash. Stan didn't hesitate to pick the money, only to lose it all almost immediately. His brother, on the other hand, chose the land. Unbelievably, it sat on top of an endless copper deposit, earning him $15 million every single year. When the Smiths got back home, they could no longer stand their shabby, tiny house. Stan began hatching a plan. He was going to get his hands on that land, the land that should have been his in the first place.